So I was going through a lot. I thought I was going crazy. I'm like, listen, something got to give. Girl, I had quit my job. I had broke up with him. Like, I really, the way I look at my life back then, it makes me think of a mental patient in a straitjacket, just banging their heads on the wall. Like, that's how I felt. Like, something has to give, And I don't know what it was with him. It was like, well, honestly, that's when I realized I had codependency issues because it was like, the situation is bad, so why keep staying? And then it got to the point where my family wasn't talking to me. I had a few friends, Cheeks and Tykia, but they were like long distance friends. Yeah. So it was like I didn't really have anybody here with me, physically. I literally was going through it by myself. Yeah. And unfortunately, he was kind of like the only one that I really had. So it was like still keeping him in my space when I shouldn't. And I think God was like, bitch. Something gotta give, okay? Yeah, so I started seeing things on Instagram, angel numbers I started seeing, and I'm like, well, what does this mean? What does this mean? I started getting more intrigued into it. Yeah. And I feel like once I started doing that, that's when I decided, like, okay, I'm not happy here. Like being in Pennsylvania, I was not happy, but I was staying because I felt like I didn't want to leave my family. But then you have to realize, like, sometimes your family is content, and if you're not, you're going to be the only person not happy. So I took a leap of faith because I'm like, I'm staying in Pennsylvania. I'm doing everything on my own. I have a daughter. I'm doing that by myself. So it's like, what is really keeping me here? My own fears. My own codependency. I got used to my family being there if something was to go wrong. But in a way, I was still by myself. So I'm like, I might as well leave and go somewhere where I'll be happy. And for some reason, I always grew up wanting to live in North Carolina. Like my dad. Yeah, my dad was born in Charlotte. So I have family out there, but I've never been down here. Literally, when I got my place was the first time I've ever been down here. Wow. Literally. I caught a flight. I called Chiefs. I'm like, Chiefs, I'm sorry it's last minute. Can you pick me up from the airport? He called off, picked me up, and everything just went good, So I feel like once you get into that journey and you realize that you're at a point in your life where it's time to let go, God's going to keep pushing. He's going to keep sending you signs, your ancestors, your spirit team that's protecting you. Allah, if you're Muslim, they're going to keep sending you things to, get you that. Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to get moving. Those numbers that you're seeing, they mean something. Yeah. And even now, I'd be like, okay, well, what does this mean? I'll see 333, and I'm like, all right, what's this mean? But I don't be hearing the end, so I'd be like, well, whatever.
And it's like when the universe is waiting on you at this point. Yeah. The universe is waiting on you to make that intention and that decision. Like, hey, I don't want to be in this situation no more. Just like you said, and everything just start opening up to you, right? Yep. Yeah.
Everything. I lost a lot of friends.
Oh, that's
people that I thought
one, right?
Were my friends. There. And looking back now, it's like, yo, you will have people in your life that will not want to see you, succeed. They will really want to keep you down because sometimes people will know your greatest potential, but because you don't know it, they'll use that against you to make you stay less than. So that way you don't expand and grow into your power and grow into your full self, know? So that's definitely watch out. Yeah, watch out for those signs, those people. If you even feel a little like, oh my goodness, I think this so-and-so is talking about me. 9 times out of 10, so-and-so is talking about me.
Trust yo. She's speaking some truth right here. Like, she's speaking some truth.
Listen, trust your gut. But yeah. So yeah, definitely trust yourself. Trust your gut. Did you lose a lot of friends?
Yeah, immediately. Like, it was like, I didn't even have to really do nothing. It was just like an energetic shift of, oh, we're not vibing on the same frequency anymore. Mm-hmm. So whoever is not on the same frequency, you will drop off. Or whoever's not meant to be in your life anymore, they just drop off with the universe. Like, you don't have to put in any work, really. It just naturally happens.
Mm-hmm. But now, keep in mind, there are some friendships worth the fight. But it's only if both of you guys are willing to fight and come to an agreement. Because, and another thing that I had to learn is just because I'm healing and I'm doing good for myself, I can't knock other people because they're not healing yet. Yeah, now, I can cut them off and be like, okay, you heal over there while I heal over here, because you also don't want to keep those karmic people in your life that want to keep you down, because if you do, then that's blocking your blessings. Yeah. And I wrote that on my Instagram too. Don't save someone from their karma. what did I say? How did I word it? I said, you could lose your blessings trying to save someone from their karma. Everybody goes through karma. Everybody has lessons that they need to learn. So if you interfere into somebody else's karma, that's basically showing the universe like, okay, you know what? Let me give you a little bit of something too. You know? There's nothing wrong with fighting your own battles and doing things for yourself, you know. We got kids in the background, you know, it's okay. Y'all, everybody got kids.
Yeah.
Just ignore them. We're trying to do the best we can, but we can't stop them.
They're going to keep playing and being loud.
So how do you maneuver with your spiritual journey now? Like what else have you learned about yourself? What is something that you learned about yourself now that you wish you would have told yourself 5 years ago?
No, I do know.
So many lessons. You don't have to get too personal if you don't want to.
I've been learning that I need to like be, you know, you got a higher and a lower self. Mm-hmm. So I've been learning to incorporate my lower self more because I feel like people in the past, like, yeah, they see me on this healing journey, but people will try to take advantage of that because they think I'm just all love and light and all that, but the universe gonna let you know quick, like, hey, you need to bring that lower self up a little bit to, like, let people know what it is because they're trying to take advantage of that.
Yeah. But especially I don't feel like that's your lower self.
What do you feel like it is?
I don't feel like that's your lower self. I feel like that's you in certain boundaries.
Yeah.
And I don't, yeah. You know, I had to learn that too, though.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with putting boundaries. Just because you allowed it yesterday doesn't mean that you can change your mind today.
Exactly.
And not allow it.
Exactly. Like that's yeah. That was a big one for me. Just like still letting people know, like, hey, don't fuck with me. With the shit. Yeah, don't fuck with me. Like,
we was talking about this at her house the other day. I was like, you just gotta put a crystal in a sock.
Yo, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put some crystals in the sock and have that shit ready. Like,
listen, knock some high vibrations in their ass.
For real though, like you need some of this.
No, seriously. I think what I learned, what I would tell myself back then is be yourself.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Hey everybody, so the video had got cut short, and then we ended up just enjoying the rest of the day, taking the kids to the pool and stuff. But I did want to come back and wrap it up. For anybody who may be in a situation, for anybody that you may know a loved one that's in that situation, please do not leave them. Do not walk away from them. You know, I had to go through my situation alone because of the decisions I was making. And it was tough. It was tough. But I understand for people who love you, they don't want to see you in that, you know. But that I also had to understand that only I know when enough is enough. You know, I had to be the one to pull my power out of myself and say, no, you deserve better. You need to leave. You need to walk away. And despite what he may have said to try to flip it, to make me feel bad, I can't stay somewhere where I'm constantly being hurt, you know, especially because I have a daughter. She's watching everything. And I would never want her to think that the things that I went through was okay for her to go through, because it's not, you know. And I was fortunate enough to make it out, and not everybody does. So, you know, only you know when enough is enough, but please make sure your enough is enough and it happens before it's too late, you know. And I just, it's a tough situation. It's a tough topic to talk about. If you're able to call, I do have a number, a hotline. It's 1-800-799-7233. I will also leave a description for the number, or you can also text home to 741-741. I wanted to look up what those numbers meant. And spiritually, the number 7 is related to inner wisdom, intuition, and inner strength. 4 is support, love, and inner strength. And 1 means positive changes that are about to take place. You have to pay attention to the numbers that are around you. Everything is a message. When you see 444, 1111, 222, you look it up, see what it means. You know, maybe it's relating to the situation that you're in, your ancestors, God, anybody, anybody that you're praying to, they're watching out for you, and they're trying to give you that encouragement and that strength, but you also have to be able to get that within yourself. No, you do not deserve that. No, just because you're staying, it's not because you like it, because I understand sometimes people will say that, but I also understand sometimes people will say that out of hurt and anger to get you to look on it from their perspective, from the outside looking in. Because I had to tell myself all the time, like, if this was Zariah in this situation, I'm going to jail behind my daughter, and so I understand where the frustration came from my family, and I'm just glad that I was able to make it out, and I'm glad that I still got them. They still love me. I'm a survivor, and God is good. So for anybody who's watching, please, 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 please get out. Don't let him cry. Don't let him try to gaslight you. No, it doesn't matter how angry you get. You do not deserve to get hands put on you. I'm sorry. But I just wanted to end it on that note. I pray everybody has a blessed day. I want you guys to know that you are a survivor. You are strong, and you will make it out. And thank you.